Okay, 1 2 1 2. This thing is on. So listen, I guess the retrograde kicked in officially because I done tried to do a visual, like video, like I usually do. However, it kept freezing on me, so here we are. Now, this is a continuation of my dream series relative to Valentine's Day. So if you look through the dream playlist, you can listen to 1, 2, and 3, so you'll be up to speed. All right. Now, not for nothing, I had a part 4 and 5 of this dream series already. This really would be part 6, but let's just say one of them is a bit X-rated, and I didn't come on and say it. Pause, because that's crazy. But I didn't come on and say it for those reasons. And the other dream was relatively short. Who knows? Maybe I might write about it one day and make it a story of some sort. I don't know, but it was very intense, though. Very intense. Very. Oh my God! It was wild, and it felt like it was really happening. Strong telepathy between me and this chick. I don't know. Yeah, I can't even say at this point I don't know what's going on. Because I do. Kind of, sort of. So look, let me take it back though. Let me give you a bit of context before I get into describing the dreams. I'm gonna say one of the other dreams too. But before I do that, I want to say this. Before I went to sleep to have this dream, which was on Easter, by the way, on Easter Sunday. Today is April 1st, 2024, as I'm doing this. And the day before that, March 31st, was Easter Sunday. So now I'm about to upload a song that I made called Aries Season to the distributor. I've uploaded it on YouTube before. People have heard it. If you haven't heard it, you can search through YouTube and look for Aries Season and listen to it. So I was just about to release a single to test the waters or whatever the case may be. Now, during this particular time, the sun is in Aries, Mercury is in Aries, Chiron is in Aries, and the North Node is in Aries. All right? Take note of this. Also at this time, Saturn is in Pisces, Venus is in Pisces, Mars is in Pisces, and Neptune is in Pisces. All right? Take note of these stellium-like energies. So I'm trying to distribute this single, you know what I mean, through the distributor. So as I'm going to load up the window, it's stalling. You know how your internet gets slow out of nowhere? So again, shadow period of retrograde. Retrograde is today, April 1st. This was on March 31st. So it was kicking in. And normally, and I said this in numerous videos before, that whenever my internet starts acting up like that, I feel like it's trying to communicate to me. And despite how frustrated I may grow, because that's what happened. I started getting irritated because I just wanted to get this thing done. And I was very tired because I stayed up all night. You know what I mean? And I wanted to finally get some sleep. And this was like the last thing that I was doing. So it kept stalling. I got frustrated, right? So it dawned on me. I said, yo, I'm irritated now, right? I had did a tarot card reading that same night for Pisces. And in the Pisces video, I said, first card I drew was an oracle card about thoughts. The next cards that I drew were the Prince of Pentacles, the Knight in reverse, and the the Prince of Swords, excuse me. And the title of the video was either Prince of Pentacles or Prince of Swords. Sleep is the determinant, because with sleep in reverse, well, first let me go in order. Prince of Pentacles merely states you have a high level of intelligence, usually underestimated. You understand man and woman's desires and how they lead to behavior and things of that nature. And with that intelligence, you can become prosperous, right? So it's like, you know how to use what you got to get what you want. And even if you don't utilize it for yourself, you know how men and women's desires will lead them to behave in particular types of ways, right? So you can embody the Prince of Pentacles behavior or mindset or energy. The next card was how you feel about the situation. And it's like, the Knight in reverse suggests that you should be getting more sleep, more adequate sleep. And the factor to consider was the Prince of Swords, and it was like, if you don't get an adequate amount of sleep, you would be more along the lines to behave like the Prince of Swords because of it. Prince of Swords is more reactive, more impulsive, more even like will lash out. Thinks, kind of paranoid, thinks the world is out to get them, everyone's out to get them, things of that nature. Now, that energy could be used for good if they know how to cool down every time they get a flare up and realize that, it's something that's come over them that has them feeling that way. And if they cool down, they'll be able to utilize their spirit to do, good works or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, I also said, Spirit is trying to tell you to get some adequate sleep because there's a message going to come through your dreams and you need to check it out. I got to start rewatching my tarot videos for this purpose because this is just amazing what happens next, right? So once it dawned on me that I did that video, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Let me just chill out and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I think something with the whole Aries season, maybe that Song of Selection was not the right song to put out as a single yet and things of that nature, and I was just rushing it. Aries, the whole Aries energy, the Aries song, it started to make sense. The Prince of Swords, lashing out, that's more fiery type energy. You understand? And even the depiction of the Prince of Swords, even though it's a sword card, there's flames all over it, So I peeped the game, I peeped all of this, said, all right, look, I'm shutting the computer off, which I did. I shut the computer off, I go to sleep, bang. So I start dreaming. Now, remind you, in the last sector or the last section of this dream series, the woman did not appear in the dream. She was absent. This time she was there. So we get into the dream, right? And no matter of fact, hold on, before I get into that dream, I want to explain dreams prior to this dream. But just hold that thought that I was, I got irate with the whole slow internet, came to my senses, remembered my tarot video, and then I'll shut the computer off to go to sleep. So before this, I would say about maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago, I had a dream about the woman, right? And I'm walking through the city. It could have been this borough, Brooklyn, or it could have been Manhattan. Not 100% sure. It felt more like Brooklyn, though, just to keep it a bean. Now, mind you, a few days ago, I just assisted in someone in doing like a real estate deal, kind of, sort of, right? And it was for like an apartment. So in the dream, I'm walking through the city. It's daylight outside. I'm walking through the city. I'm looking at my phone. I'm having a text conversation with the girl. So we going back and forth having this text conversation, and I'm telling her, look, don't come out here. And she like, why not? Now, the only reason why I was telling her not to come out there because I didn't want her to come to that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's not the greatest of neighborhoods. So I'm just like, yo, don't come out here. She like, it's too late. I'm like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm giggling and shit, but I'm seriously like, it's too late. I'm already out here. So in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, she's out here. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I didn't think she would be out here in my city. You know what I'm saying? But she was nonetheless. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, all right, just stay where you at, or stay at my place. I'm thinking that she at. So I'm just like, yo, stay there. And when I'm done over here, I'm gonna come through. She's like, nope, too late for that too. I'm already here. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? So I turn around, shorty coming down the block. Like, she got her little sweatsuit, a little hooded sweatsuit on and all that. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But I'm laughing, you know what I'm saying? She laughing too. So we meet up with each other. We put our phones away and shit. You know what I mean? We hug up and all this. Like, and then we go into this apartment. It's like a room almost the size of this room. Maybe even a little smaller. I don't know. But it was like, but it had all of the, amenities needed. It had the stove in there. It had, the floorboards was a little dated. But in New York, man, it could do something for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was empty. It was empty. It wasn't fully furnished. It was empty, and it was just like, I was out there scoping it out for somebody. Now, mind you, I told you, 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the road, I'm assisting somebody in obtaining something like this. You understand what I'm saying? So to me, this dream means that we went to go see the place together before I even assisted this person in getting it. All right. So we go upstairs. We see this dude that I knew from back in the days. I think he was just there as a test because he did not take no part in me and assisting this other person to link them to this real estate deal or nothing like that either. So I think he was just there as a test to see where my mood or my mind state was at. So me and him was chopping it up. Now, mind you, me and Shorty, I'm holding her in front of me, like, you know what I mean, ass cheeks to dick, like, you know what I mean, like real shit, like we hugged up, we on some old booed up shit, even though we got like our sweatsuits on and shit like that, we chilling, we comfortable, you know what I mean. And he asked me, he was like, who's that? What's her name? And I was like, her name is. All right, so put it this way. I told him her name is something that rhymes with her real name, but it wasn't her real name. And she started laughing. We started both kind of laughing. You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, you know what I'm saying. But then I changed my mind and I told him the real name. You know what I mean? I was on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I was just on my bullshit. I was really on some overprotective shit. That's what I was doing. Like, you know what I mean? Because for the life of me, I couldn't understand what dude was doing in the dream anyway. So, you know, we laughed that off. Dude left. That was the end of that dream. But I wanted to slide that in there because of what I'm telling you, like the telepathy powers of us too. Like, it's just wow, B. It's just wow. And to have that real estate thing happen in the 3D weeks later, I'm like, oh shit, you know. So anyway, now the dream that happened after that, like it was highly sexual, it was X-rated, it was off the fucking chain. She came to my chambers. I don't even know if it was. I can't even tell if it was in my apartment or somewhere else. Like, it was in a bed, but I fell asleep on my beanbag that night, so it couldn't have been. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Plus the bed that we was on, like the room that we was in, I don't know. It just felt like it was more spacious. I don't know. Could have been, maybe. I don't know. But the shit was off the chain, B. There was some things said to me and everything that was very specific and all that. I'm not even gonna get into all that right now. I might, even though you can't see me, I might start blushing by telling this shit. Like, it was off the fucking chain. It was fantastic. It was wild. It was butt naked. It was fucking fantastic. All right, so we just gonna gloss over that right now and get to this dream. All right. Now it's Easter and I'm having this dream. So again, I fall asleep on my beanbag. I fall out on my beanbag, right? I'm out of it. I'm fucking out of commission. I'm exhausted. So I actually project. Well, first I started off at the movies. Now I can feel that I'm with this girl and we both at the movies, or we at the mall where the movies is. It's like daytime out there too. I can't exactly confirm where it was. I ain't gonna hold you. It felt and it looked Jersey like. It looked like one of them theaters I used to go to way back in the days when we. I can't be 100% sure though. You know what I'm saying? But I do know it was a movie theater that was inside of like a mall like area. And I'm walking out of a movie theater like I already seen the movie, and I'm looking at my phone. I believe I'm texting her to find out where she's at so we can link back up and get up out of there. You know what I mean? And I remember seeing a vehicle like with a sliding door, like one of those soccer mom vans or some shit like that. But I can't 100% say that I got in there, or whatever the case may be. And I don't remember linking up with her in the flesh at that particular time either. I just remember texting her from the phone. And I do remember people walking alongside of me, but I can't say that it was them because I didn't see them. It could just been people coming out of the movie theater with me. Right? All right, so boom. Next thing I know, I'm in my apartment. We're in my apartment. Right here. And it's me, it's her daughter, and there's another person with us. We're going to call them cameraman or camera woman. I can't be 100% sure. I didn't get to see them at all, but they were definitely there. I could see through my peripheral that they was moving around with the camera, this, that, and the third. That's all I know. Right? So at first, that's all that's in the apartment. And we're on the side where my beanbag is. We're on the living room area side, / kitchen area side. So we over there, and so the girl, she says, here, take pictures. So she has a camera. I think it might have been her phone. She gave it to the camera person, right? It was like, yo, take pictures of us. So they was like, all right. So first picture that was taken, I was standing in front of her and her daughter. And I kind of like did like a pose that was kind of like silly, like a silly pose, like a silly face. You know what I'm saying? Stuck my tongue out like, you know what I mean? Like, it was silly as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. So took that picture, and like, now mind you, it's not fully dawning on me how this is going, like, or whatever is happening. You know what I mean? Oh, before I get there, let me describe what a movie is. Or to dream that you're watching a movie in a dream, it represents an experience you're having in life. All right. The movie or the TV show is a symbol for what kind of experience you're having, but I didn't know what movie I was watching. I was coming out of the movie theater. So I can't really draw context from the actual movie, but I guess it would have some type of, if I would have known, it would have some type of, context to what it is that I'm saying right now. Not only that, I want to describe the outfits as well. We all had on all white. So the dream of the color white represents feelings about someone in your life being perfect, pure, genuine. It may reflect feelings about the perfect ideas or good intentions, or the purification of negativity in your life. Feelings about people or situations being perfectly honest, feeling a total lack of jealousy. It may also reflect your feelings about being spiritually pure, self-improvement, positive change, discontinued bad habits, bad people or bad situations being completely changed, negative thinking patterns, negative situations being changed, cleansed from your life. Something perfectly never has to happen again. And to dream of white clothing represents feelings about the personality being perfect, a person or situation that behaves in a manner that is unquestionably perfect. It can also reflect feelings about your own personality being perfectly honest, or that nothing is wrong with your behavior. Yeah, and this could also be like a goody two shoe, nose to the sky, snubbing people type of, if it's looked at negatively, like you're holier than thou type thing. I just wanted to put that out there too, so it's just not like I said only all of the positive parts of seeing white in your dream, but for the most part, white is positive in your dream. I'm gonna describe photographer in the dream as well, since I'm already there. So to dream of a photographer represents feelings about being adept or intelligent about making anything remembered looking as good as possible. So it's about, the expertise of projecting yourself and others in a positive light. Intelligence, keyword there, about lasting impressions. Remember, I'm talking about Prince of Pentacles and the intelligence level. The intelligence about making lasting, lifelong impressions. And this is an aspect of yourself that has a lasting impression, and the person or the people are experts at this. Now, negatively, it could mean that you reflect on an aspect of yourself that is an expert at creating lasting impressions based on dishonesty. Intelligence about lying to look good or dishonestly make good impressions, focusing too much on making good impressions instead of being yourself, doing deed or favors for people so they will always remember you in a good light. So that's the flip side of it. If you're doing it with, reservations that aren't pure, that aren't intent, have good intent, but with all the white clothes on and stuff like that, plus the way I felt in this dream and everything, it didn't seem like it was a negative vibe. Like this was some shit that was, you know what I mean? Just keeping it a bean. And who knows what happens down the line, but I'm just telling you what I felt. I know what I felt in this motherfucker, right? So they like, okay, take another picture. So on the second picture, I stepped back a little bit and I did a smirk, a little smile, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't showing teeth or nothing. I was just a little, you know what I mean? And then she was like, all right, let's take another picture. So she steps up a little bit closer to me. So I step back a little bit closer to her, and she leans into me a little bit. So we take another picture, and I did another smirk again, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting more comfortable, whatever the case may be. Now the daughter, she came around on this picture and stood in front of us when we took this picture. So I'm like, all right. So she was like, another picture. So I'm like, okay, because I'm getting into the dream now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, and now I realize this is a photo shoot, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at our clothes. They're all white. I got a white silk suit on, little short sleeve joint. It was kind of regular, you know what I mean? Some white kicks on. I don't know, maybe they were shoes or wallabies or some shit like that. The little girl had a white silk suit on that kind of was like mine, but she had a white thermal underneath the short sleeve. Looking adorable, you know what I'm saying? Shorty, now she had on Her shit was fly shit. She had like her shit was silk too, right? But it was like flowy, like it had slits in the shoulders of the sleeves. Like I could draw this shit on Photoshop, no bullshit. It had like slits on the shoulders of the sleeves, and the sleeves came out like they were real flowy, and it had like a slit under the arm where you could see some of the arm or whatever the case may be. Breeze could blow through it or whatever, and the middle part was flowy, like it came out like in like a baggy sense. And the white pants, they were also baggy. Like those Japanese yoga pants. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but it was those, like, you know what I mean? But it was like they were like silk, baggy. You know what I'm saying? And I believe she has like some white sneakers on, small feet. All right, so everybody is looking just dawned the fuck up. I'm just keeping it a bean. It looked like we was on like an Easter outing. I'm just keeping it a bean, yo. And it was fucking Easter Day. Like, this shit is powerful as fuck. I don't know how else to tell you about how it happened, yo. So now we taking more pictures. So this time she stepping to me more. Boom. One ass cheek on me. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Not both, just one ass cheek on me. So I'm like, all right. So I just, I'm warming up to her too. Fuck it. So I put my arm around her waist. Nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, still being a gentleman, I can say. You know what I mean? So we take this picture. The daughter's in front of us. Click, click, click. All right, boom. We take another picture. This time she stepped into me more, but she wrapped her arm around my head and lay her hand on top of my head. So I grab her with both arms. I wrap both my arms around her waist. You know what I mean? So now I'm thinking to myself, it dawns on me at this point. I'm like, oh shit, we not just hinting or playing around them or fucking around them, or like we a unit. It was slow for me to grasp onto this. I'm like, oh shit, we like a little family unit here. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm being a dick because I'm like being all distant and like, you know what I mean? Like damn near scared to touch and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, oh, we supposed to be like this. Wake the fuck up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, now mind you, I told you the dream I had before this, we was highly intimate, B. So it was just like, yeah, duh. Like this is a part of the process. Don't you know this is a story? This is a series, nigga. Like you good on that? No, like you could touch it. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? So boom. She like, yo, let's take another photo. So now both ass cheeks centered on me. I'm like, oh God, I'm in heaven. You know what I'm saying? I'm in bliss. But not just on some horn dog shit. Like it just felt so real. It felt like it was supposed to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like, yo, that shit just felt fucking real. Be like, yo, I don't even know how. I'm having trouble finding words, y'all. And y'all know that's not like me, B. Like the shit just felt fucking right. You understand what I'm saying? So we took a few more photos. Boom. All right, then we separate because she goes to get the phone or the camera. And she's like, okay. So now I turn around and I see dude from the first dream inside my apartment. I don't remember opening the door, him coming in or none of that. I just, how dreams could be sometimes. I turn around, he's there in the area. He got a gray suit on. Now gray, I can tell you like this, gray means like depressed or not unmotivated, something in life got you down or feeling like a failure, this, that, and the third. He got a whole gray suit on though. And it's like he was at an Easter event or some shit too. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was church, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he decked out like it was Easter too. So it's like, all right. So me and him start kicking it, right? Now, as we start talking, mind you, the little girl. Now, if y'all remember from the other dream, right? And remember from the other dream, if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. But it was just like, I was feeling insecure about dude being there. And my girl, or I guess you could call her my girl in the situation now, asking about him and all that, because I was like, yo, at this point in time, dude wouldn't be over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't invite him over here. What the fuck are you inviting him over here type shit? It was like an insecure type of feeling. I told y'all that. I'm just keeping it a bean. I'm not going to deny what I feel in a dream, 3D, whatever. So, but him being here now, I didn't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Also, the little girl, she was like, yo, what you doing with my toothbrush? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we wasn't that cool either. You know what I'm saying? We was still feeling each other out type shit. Like, so, but the little girl in this dream, You know how little kids be like wiggling and shit, like when they like, figuring something out or figuring somebody out, especially like when they come around their parents or some shit like that, or when they come around a grown up and they like looking at another grown up and they get the bobbing, like weaving back and forth. You know how kids do, right? So she comes to the side of me, she's like leaning on my leg and she's just like leaning and bopping back and forth, but she's like got her eyes zeroed in on dude. You know what I'm saying? Like she won't separate eyes with this dude. Like it's like she's hawking them, like she's observing them, like she's investigating them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm peeping it, but I still converse with dude, right? We having a regular conversation. There's no animosity, no nothing. I told you in real life we don't got no animosity really anyway. So we having a conversation. We talking about the movies, and I was telling him how I just left the movie. He was like, "Word." He was like, "Yo, I just went to the movies not too long ago." I was like, "Word, what you seen?" And he was like, "I seen A Time to Love." You know, I was supposed to look this up too to see if there was a movie actually called A Time to Love. If y'all ever seen or heard of a movie called A Time to Love, let me know in the comment section what year it came out, who played in it, yada yada yada. Might have some significance to this dream. So he was like, A Time of Love, and I was like, word. So at that moment, as soon as I heard the title of the movie, my eyes lit up wide open because I had a flashback of when I was leaving the movie theater, and it dawned on me that that was the one of the movies that I could have seen, but I chose to watch something else. And I still didn't know what I watched, but I knew A Time to Love was one of the movies, and I didn't watch it. And so he was telling me, yeah, it was real good. I used to go see it. That shit was off the chain. I'm like, word. I was like, fuck around. I'm gonna watch it next time. Exact words I said. So boom. Now, Shorty, she coming back with the camera, or from the camera man or camera woman. I believe it was a woman, but again, I could just feel. You know how you got your feelers on. I didn't feel like it was another man in the room besides the dude that I was talking to. So she comes back over and she's like, look, babe. I don't know if she said babe. She might even call me babe. Oh my God. But look, right? She's like, yo, look, all you got to do is open the phone, the bottom of the phone, and blow through the, like, the little charger piece or whatever the case may be. She was like, all you got to do is blow it in and it'll blow the dust out. I don't know why she said that. But I got a feeling it had something to do with the song that I was writing, or the songs that I'm writing, or the song that I was about to distribute, X, Y, and Z. It might have, because there was headphones on her phone, the same as there was headphones on my phone. So, but first she showed me how to blow through the thing and blow the dust off. Her phone was white. The phones was even white. We had like fucking his and her phones, yo. They were white. They would look like iPhones, but like iPods. So maybe it's the sleeker version. Maybe this is sometime in the future when it's going to be more sleek and more iPhones are going to look more like the old iPods. You know how they were real thin and shit back in the day. So I'm like, all right. So then she pulled out her headphones and she was like, look, you can do the same thing with the headphones. But we had different headphones, and I was like, Ma, I don't got the same earbuds as you though. She was like, you don't? I'm like, nah, I bought different ones. So I actually had the headphones that I got right now, and I was showing her. So she was like, all right. So now the Dreamer headphones represents a sense of emotional or psychological isolation with whatever is happening in your own life that doesn't have to think of other people are important. This is about emotional or psychological isolation from the external world, allowing you to focus on your inner thoughts and emotions, enjoying personal interests without outside interference. You may be seeking solitude or a break from external influences to focus on your own thoughts, emotions, or personal interests without distractions from others. Now, this told me that it was a gesture or a hint to focus on the family union and not to give a fuck about what else was going on outside in the world. You just get that and the third. You know what I mean? And it made sense to me because I also had just did a tarot reading. I think it was for the Gemini reading. Don't quote me, but if you go look at my videos, my tarot readings for March 31st, see the 30th or the 31st, maybe the 30th running into the 31st. I believe it was the Gemini video. You could look at all of the titles, and it was something about distractions getting in the way of doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And positively, dreaming about headphones may represent your ability to tune out distractions and concentrate on what truly matters to you. Your capacity to find inner peace or clarity by disconnecting from the noise and demands of the world. enjoying feelings that are good, that doesn't have to think of other people. So, we going through this whole headphone thing, like out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand. Now, so then I'm leaning on like, I got a few counters in my kitchen area, so I'm leaning on the narrow countertop. And so shorty, she leans on me, you know what I'm saying? Butt cheeks, I just gotta say it, yo, because it just felt so right on my, you know what I'm saying? So we chilling like that. We did that in the other dream too, when we went to go see the apartment or the room or whatever the fuck it was. So now we back in I guess this is our stance or whatever. And she starts having a conversation with the dude, right? Now I got one eye like on her and one eye on him. Like on some not totally suspicious shit, but just like on some maybe concerned or just being watchful. You know what I mean? I'm kind of being investigative like the daughter was. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm still getting used to me and this woman actually being closer than we initially started out, especially in the first dream. And I was just trying to question, like, why was she inviting this nigga over? You know what I'm saying? So she leaning on me and she having a conversation with him. She picked up from the whole movie part. She was like, oh yeah, you seen the movie? That's good. We just came from the movies too. And he was like, yeah, all I need now is a girlfriend. So like, I'm looking at him talk to her, I'm looking at her talk to him. Like, I'm looking for that type of, maybe that eye contact or the type of words that will come across as kind of fucked up. And I just couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? But women y'all probably know better than we do. Despite us being aware and, being able to pick up on signs and shit like that, a woman probably knows more when a man can have a straight face and all of that, but still be trying to, like, I don't know, maybe come on to them. But I felt more like, when looking at her, that she had this feeling of like being appalled or a feeling of disgust about the person's character in general, because again, like, I felt this woman's body in my dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, on numerous occasions now, like, intensely. So it's like I could read her thoughts and her feelings by her leaning on me like that. So at time to time, she would like turn her head away from him and like snuggle in my chest a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like under my chin and shit like that, and then go back to the conversation that she was having with him. And the more she spoke, the more kind of like a sarcastic tone came out. It was kind of like Pisces and no bullshit, like a Pisces sarcasm, like. And if you know, like there's a insider joke like going on, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, so he was like, yeah, all I need now is a girlfriend. And she was like, oh yeah, they got these you could get one of those online apps or something, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm laughing, even though I shouldn't be laughing, right? It's like a real thing now. But anyway, I'm telling you, she just had like this slightly sarcastic tone. But to me, it was like she was holding her own and also showing me like, nigga, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like, just chill. She got this type shit. So then he was like, no, what happened next? She was like, oh, he said something about a Christian app. He was like, yeah, I was looking at a Christian app that I downloaded, and I'm probably gonna draw from there trying to find somebody. And she was like, oh yeah, okay, that's what it is. She was like, because she just got into astrology, into zodiac signs, because she was just like, yeah, because you're and guessed his zodiac sign right on the spot. And she don't know this dude. Trust me, I'll tell you, she don't know him. I guess shit is so weird now. Maybe astrally in some type of lifetime she does, right? But I don't want to confuse this any more than this might even sound. So she don't know this dude in the 3D. It's my point. And so she guessed the zodiac sign. Now, for whatever reason, she said it in a way that it wasn't the exact pronunciation of the sound of the sign, but all three of us knew what the sign was that she was saying. All right. And he was like, oh shit, how you know? Like, this chick is psychic, B. Like, she got psychic powers, she got telepathy powers. There's some strong shit going on with this chick, yo. So he like, yo, oh shit, how'd you know? And she was like, yeah. She didn't say how she knew. No, this is what she said. She said, yeah, because judgment. I swear, I kid you not. She said, because judgment. Now, I'm trying to, as soon as she said judgment, now I'm like, oh shit. Now look, as she's saying that, right? He had already started veering towards the door before she said judgment. And it's not like, but you know how the conversations be when you could tell somebody's about to leave and you seeing them out the door, whatever the case may be. That was the body language, but it was like never communicated. You know what I'm saying? It was just like once that Christian app thing came out and then she guessed his zodiac sign, it was like he started making a beeline towards the door. And when he asked her, like, yo, how you know? She was like, yeah, because judgment. And I'm like, what the fuck? In my mind, right? So I'm like, judgment. I'm like, she knows something that you know what I'm saying? Like about this dude. How the fuck she know anything like this? You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying I have something distinct or directly confirmed that this dude should face some type of judgment, but let's just say, yeah, I don't know. So I'm not gonna say, but you know, the judgment card is the judgment card, right? So it's kind of like when she said that, I'm thinking of the zodiac sign and I'm thinking of the judgment card. They don't correlate. They don't have the same, you know what I'm saying, characteristics in tarot and astrology. They don't. So I'm just like, okay, what the fuck does that mean? That's probably something I gotta look up later. You know what I'm saying? Or just think about. Like, or she just knows that it just felt like she was stepping up for the family type shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and the whole vibe was different from where we started in the first dream, where, you know, we was in that house and I wasn't sure whose house it was, and that type of insecure feeling. I felt way more secure in this dream. Excuse me. And not for nothing, we in my place. You know what I'm saying? We have my home. So I guess it's another level of security there, or whatever the case may be. So I thought she was handing him something at the same time. So I looked at her arm, her hand, to see what I thought she was handing him, but she was just pointing, like, yeah, judgment, like with a hand gesture. Now, she had a keychain in her hand. The keychain was clear. It was like crystal-like, and it was in the shape of a pyramid. Now, a keychain means in a dream, it represents everything you know you can do at the current moment, a situation that influences all you can do right now. So it's also suggested to consider the color and the design of the keychain for additional symbolism. So mind you, she's talking, I told you, it felt like she was just like trying to hold down the family fort. You know what I'm saying? So I guess she felt that that's all that she could do right now. So that's what the keychain resembled. Now the keychain was in the shape of a pyramid, and the pyramid means ascension or consciousness elevation. You know what I'm saying? Progression, working your way to the top. You're aware of your own progress. A situation is allowing you to rise to a higher level. Personal growth, learning, ascent, or a system of hierarchy. Consciousness reaching towards spiritual illumination. A strong foundation while yearning for growth, self-actualization, foundational values, and the pinnacle of their ambitions. It could also be about excessive focus on hierarchy, power, or control. Feeling the need to establish yourself first because of being overshadowed by a legacy of insurmountable history, like maybe, you know, the women or woman looked down on in a relationship, or just in the hierarchical system or something like that. You know what I mean? Something along those lines, dealing with hierarchy or power structures. So she pointed at him with the keychain. It was like glass or crystal, and it was like an aquarium. It had like, I guess, a few different colors swimming around in it. I remember blue, yellow, red, some shit like that, but I couldn't. Maybe it was a koi fish or something. I don't know. But that was the design of it, right? So she was like, yeah, judgment. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. So then she was like, because you know how those farmers be out there in the farm, what she said, doing all of that something. You know what I'm saying? Now, and I followed up. I was like, yeah, the farmer with the overalls in the farm done knocked a lot of bitches down, meaning that they had sex with a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I told you this dude will fuck a drywall. You know what I'm saying? This dude will fuck anything, B. So, more of this sarcasm now between the both of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like an insider joke, but it kind of like it felt like it kind of had Boy on the run too. Like I said, he started making a beeline once she had guessed the zodiac sign type shit. You know what I mean? And so me and her, we kind of giggling at that because she was like, yeah, because I can't say verbatim what she said because it was kind of jumbled. It was like in a parable form, but she was like, because it extracts from my money. So it felt like she was trying to say the farm work that he was doing was extracting from her tax dollars. That's what it sounded like, but she said it in a totally different kind of way. But I understood it perfectly. And she had more of a serious tone at that point. I kind of know what that is from an insider level, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to disclose all of that, but what I can say about the whole farmer is the dream of a farmer represents an aspect of yourself that is working hard to be as productive as possible, developing, nurturing, growing, or cultivating something all the time. A mindset that is constantly working to keep producing or making more of something. Preparations you are making based on your aspirations for the future. Now it says to consider what the farmer is growing for further symbolism. Now remember, I'll talk about the Prince of Pentacles in the beginning. I was talking about the tarot reading, right? That's having the super intelligence of knowing the desires of man and woman and how they can be utilized for good, bad, or just definitely for the benefit of the prince. You understand? Now, the individual, the thing that they were kept producing, they produce children. You understand what I'm saying? Now, based on aspirations for the future, I can't, I don't know what's going on in Boy's life now. I can't, I don't know. I can't call it or whatever the case may be. But I think it was more of a general statement, and they were just a symbol or a reflection of what she was saying as far as where the tax dollars go and stuff like that. I guess that was supposed to be meant for families who need assistance and stuff like that, right? But like I said, I couldn't tell you exactly what's going on. I just know dude likes to, wants to make babies. For what? I don't know. Maybe just for legacy purposes. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, that part happened. And negatively, when you dream about a farmer, it means it may reflect concerns of making a mistake that reduces your productivity or negatively impact the final result of your long-term work. You know what I'm saying? So there's a possibility that something along the lines of what Boy was producing, maybe they felt like they made a mistake, or they have some fear or concerns about the work that's needed to, I don't know, enhance the situation or whatever the case may be. Deep ass fucking dream. The shit fizzled out there though. At that moment in time, I realized that I was dreaming. I was kind of upset because I was just like didn't want to let her go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a bean B. Like, she felt real good, cozy, comfy in the nigga arms and all that like that. But I was like, shit, I'm fucking dreaming, this shit is crazy. So it kind of like fizzling out, you know what I mean? I was on my way exiting the dream. I'm right there on the beanbag too. Like, I'm like literally like 3 feet away from the countertop that we was leaning on or whatever the case may be. And like, Boy, he was like on the way out of the door, whatever the case may be. And that's it. That's the end of the dream. Now, to my knowledge, I've described everything to a T that I've seen, that I felt, that I heard. And, if you felt that I've missed something or glossed over something, or you can make a connection that I didn't make, definitely get in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is wild. Definitely get in the comment section if you have dreams like this. I know I can't be the only one. Like, come on. Sometimes y'all do be getting in the dream videos though. I'll be seeing y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll pop up out of nowhere, like, and y'all say y'all had the same thing like me, like meeting people in your dreams before you really meet them and shit like that. So I commend y'all for that. You know what I mean? But keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up, because this shit is powerful. To be able to correlate the dream world with the 3D world, from the reading to getting the message in my dream. You know what I mean? And I might just change the song that I was going to put up. Maybe it's not going to be Aries season. Maybe it's just it's like a lashing out. Just like the reading said, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I should just pump the brakes and choose a different song for specific reasons too. Like, really analyze it and see why it took so long for me to do that. You know what I mean? Or why I was being prevented from doing that in the very moment. Word. All right. So until next time, y'all. I'm out.